Hello. Thank you, everybody. And, I spoke here about 3 years ago. And when Mallory and Carly asked me if I would come back and speak tonight, I was excited because I remember this being kind of a rowdy and lively group of guys. So it's good to be back. Yes, especially the Cadillac people seemed to be the craziest. Yay. But as you just learned in the video, my name is Jennifer Cramer-Miller. And at the age of 22, I was a normal, happy, healthy college graduate with my first PR job. And puffy eyes suddenly prompted me to go to a doctor. And I learned I had a progressive kidney disease called FSGS. Then 6 months later, I became a quite terrified girl on dialysis. And I really had no idea what kind of life I would be able to lead. Now, about 30 years later, I have been on dialysis 3 times and had 4 kidney transplants. But miraculously, that's just the backdrop to a really wonderful life that I have as a mom and a wife and a custom home consultant, a writer, and an advocate for the National Kidney Foundation. When you travel through 30 years of kidney disease, there are intersections where despair crashes with hope. But over time, I've learned that hope wins when gratitude navigates. And I'm explosively grateful for so many people who have put kindness into action to help my life. I am grateful, first of all, for the family of my first donor who chose the gift of life at a time when they had inconceivable grief. I am grateful for my second donor who chose put kindness into action by checking a box. I am beyond grateful to my mom who donated her kidney to me for my 3rd transplant. And then, of course, as you learned in the video, I am so grateful to my husband, Dirk, who donated his kidney on my behalf so I could get one from an altruistic stranger. And side note, Dirk sunk some great putts today on the golf course with Dr. Paul Olson. So he's a rock star in more ways than one. Last but definitely not least, I am so grateful for the National Kidney Foundation because the NKF does life-changing work for people like me, and I'm so happy to be involved with the advocacy work and the prevention work and the peers program for which I am a mentor. But of all the meaningful NKF work, the initiative that really grips me most emotionally is the Big Ask, Big Give initiative launched in 2017. This program helps kidney patients and possible donors approach really difficult conversations. And the program helps kidney patients find living donors. Did you know that the average wait on the kidney wait list is 5 to 7 years? That is a long time. And through Big Ask, Big Give, kidney patients are learning effective strategies to find a living donor and reduce this wait. So with the National Kidney Foundation, they're not alone. Luckily, I never had to ask anybody for a kidney. And I am lucky, and I'm so glad because the thought of it makes me want to burst into tears. I mean, it's so hard for all of us, if you think about it, to ask for help. Like, right? Even just asking someone to take you to the airport can be a really hard thing to do. So can you imagine how overwhelming it would be to approach the subject of a kidney donation? That's why I am struck by how essential and valuable this initiative is. The NKF has distilled what is an emotionally complicated process into a series of digestible and actionable steps that save lives. And we know it's working. Initial tracking data has shown from transplant centers that people who participate in this program are 40% more likely to get a living donor. And also, and this is the best story, I love this story, I know you're gonna love this story, and I can't wait to tell you, that there was a man who participated in a workshop in St. Paul in March. He followed the tips of Big Ask, Big Give. He found a living donor, and guess what? Their surgery is tomorrow. Isn't that so cool? I just think that is so cool. So let's all send some warm wishes and powerful prayers for the surgeries tomorrow. I know all too well there are people in this world that are willing to donate their kidneys to save lives, and there's kindness all around us. Donation conversations need to be had, and the NKF shows people how. So as we are so lucky to be here today and enjoy this beautiful day and the beautiful golf course and all the fun and the food and the drinks, let's remember the people, the kidney patients who maybe don't have enough energy to golf 18 holes of golf. And let's think about the folks who can't freely drink the fluid or would have to really focus on the sodium and the phosphorus and the potassium in this food. In this room, let's put our kindness into action for those that need to find a kidney and they don't even know where to begin, and they don't know how to begin to find a living donor. Here's what I've learned. Miracles surround us. And for me, living donors are definitely the top of the list of my miracles. So I'm going to conclude with one of my favorite quotes. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Collectively, we can make miracles happen through the National Kidney Foundation. Let's support kidney patients today and help them experience miracles tomorrow. Thank you.